He should have played.
So Hoodie, to your point, yeah, we didn't have our starters on the field, and it is just evaluation. But we evaluating everybody. We
Yeah.
evaluating the coaches, the front office. We evaluating the decisions that they made leading up
And
to.
to my point, if they had played a series, which is all we're talking about, if the starters had played a series, and some starters had maybe played a series, some not, you still there is no reason for Booker to not be playing in this game.
That's just mind boggling.
That's just crazy. It
And it's
doesn't make
no
any sense.
and it's no reason for you to spread the ball out and start getting pass happy at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, it's
When you
just
got when you got running backs that's trying to make the team.
and then Joe Milton, you're trying to develop him, and it was just a strange selection of plays to start your game with your quarterback that has control problems. He has problems, with accuracy and the way his touch on the ball.
If I had a quarterback that was as mobile as Joe Milton, and by the way, he played himself right into third on the depth chart last night. If we
I
had
don't
to
think
go
so.
if we had to go tomorrow, I would be putting what's the name over Will Greer
Well,
over him tomorrow for sure. But I'm saying that
I
if
think
you
they got him penciled in as the number two. I don't
and
think
that
they
and
backing off of that.
I don't know why because but anyways, it's just like if I had somebody that was as mobile as him, it would have been play action boots. Hey, if they ain't there, run. And that would have been good. But they didn't do that. So it's just
Yeah,
like Shotty, what's going on with you, man? To where it's just like you didn't do a good job calling plays yesterday. You might have did a good job calling plays when they settled down and they got their practice squad in. But when we was equal, when we had our guys in at the beginning of the game, you didn't do a good job in calling plays. And see, before we can continue to talk about the game, but I was thinking about this yesterday. I was like, if I ran the Cowboys, if any of us ran the Cowboys, there's no excuse. We would have the top financial person running our cap in the world. We would have the most top financial person in the world running our cap. If it was us, we would have the best coach in the world in the sport of football. We would have the best coach. We would not be guessing. We would have the best. We would have Ben Johnson. That's who we would have had, or we would have had somebody else that's just like the best of the best of the best. We would have had the best of the best of the best on both sides of the ball. It wouldn't be an Eberflus. We would have had. We probably would have brought Zim back, but it would have been something. It would have been the best of the best of the best. It would have been like an all-star coaching staff. That's who we would have hired. And when it comes to like scouting, we would have everybody's nephew, uncle, everybody on Twitter. We would have the best scouting team in the world. We would have the best scouting department in the world. We would have the best ones. We would never mess up on a draft. We would have the best. So the fact that they can do that and they choose not to do that is just like, there you go, man. There you
well,
go.
so to your point, they got about 2.5, 3 weeks to figure out what they're going to do at defensive tackle because what they have is not going to work.
Nah.
They basically got a rookie at one tech, and you got Maji, so they gotta make a move. There's a couple of players out there that they could bring in. I think you know the offensive players. I think we're pretty in pretty good shape. I like the receivers. I like the way they played last night. The tight ends. If they would just had a true tight end competition, we got a couple of guys that, to me, they just look natural. They just look like they can ball. Uh, the running backs again. I think the line. I thought they looked decent. Once things kind of got settled down.